Welcome to my channel, Senior Health Master 247. Let me ask you a simple question. How many times did you wake up last night to use the bathroom? For many older adults, getting up once or twice might seem normal. But when it happens 3, 4, or even more times every single night, it's not just annoying, it can be harmful. Interrupted sleep leaves us feeling tired, weak, and sometimes even dizzy the next morning. And let's be honest, the risk of tripping or falling when walking to the bathroom at night is something we all need to take seriously. Doctors call this condition nocturia, or nighttime urination. It affects millions of older men and women in America. While some causes are medical, like prostate problems, diabetes, or heart issues, others are surprisingly simple. Things we eat and drink before bedtime. Yes, even the fruit you enjoy after dinner can play a role in how many times you wake up during the night. That's why in today's video, we're going to talk about 6 common fruits. 3 of them are gentle on your bladder and may actually help you rest more comfortably through the night. The other 3, while healthy in general, can make your bladder overactive and keep you running back and forth to the bathroom. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which fruits to enjoy in the evening and which ones to avoid before bed. And the good news is you don't have to give up fruit altogether. It's all about choosing wisely so you can protect your sleep and wake up feeling more energized, more focused, and ready to enjoy your day. So let's dive in together. Now that we've set the stage, let's take a closer look at this problem called nocturia. The word itself may sound a little technical, but the meaning is simple. It's the need to wake up during the night to urinate. For many older adults, getting up once in the middle of the night might not seem too bad. But when it becomes 2, 3, or even more times, it starts to affect both your sleep and your health. Why does this matter so much? Well, good quality sleep is one of the foundations of healthy aging. When sleep is interrupted repeatedly, your body doesn't get the deep rest it needs. Studies show that poor sleep can increase the risk of memory problems, heart disease, depression, and even weaken the immune system. On top of that, walking back and forth to the bathroom at night increases the risk of slips and falls, one of the most dangerous accidents for seniors. So what causes nocturia? There are several reasons. Age-related changes. As we get older, our bladder loses some of its storage capacity, which means it can't hold as much urine as it used to. Medical conditions. An enlarged prostate in men, diabetes, kidney issues, or even heart failure can all contribute. Medications. Certain drugs, especially diuretics for high blood pressure, increase nighttime urination. Lifestyle habits, drinking too much fluid before bed, consuming caffeine or alcohol in the evening, or eating foods that irritate the bladder can all make things worse. And here's the part that surprises many people. Even healthy foods like fruit can play a role. Some fruits are packed with water or natural acids that irritate the bladder, pushing you to urinate more often. Others, however, are gentle, less acidic, and less likely to wake you up in the middle of the night. The good news is that nocturia doesn't always require complicated treatments. Sometimes small lifestyle changes, like adjusting when and what you eat in the evening, can make a big difference. That's exactly why understanding the impact of fruit is so important. In just a moment, we'll explore 3 fruits that can help you rest easier, and 3 that may be best to enjoy earlier in the day. Number 1, apple. Let's start with one of the most familiar and comforting fruits, the apple. You've probably heard the old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And while that may not be the whole story, apples truly are one of the best fruits to enjoy in the evening if you struggle with nighttime trips to the bathroom. Why apples? First, they are gentle on the bladder. Unlike citrus fruits such as oranges or grapefruits, apples are low in acid. This means they are much less likely to irritate your bladder lining or trigger the urge to urinate during the night. Second, apples are not overloaded with water. Compared to watermelon or melon, which can flood your bladder quickly, an apple provides hydration in a slower, more balanced way. This makes it a safe choice for an evening snack. And let's not forget the nutritional benefits. Apples are rich in fiber, especially if you eat them with the skin. Fiber supports healthy digestion, helps regulate blood sugar, and may even keep you feeling full longer, making it less tempting to snack on heavier foods before bedtime. They also contain vitamin C and antioxidants that protect your cells as you age. If you'd like to add apples to your evening routine, keep the portion modest. Half to one small apple, eaten about 2 hours before bedtime, is ideal. Too much fruit, even one as gentle as an apple, can still make your bladder work harder than necessary. So the next time you want something light and sweet after dinner, choose a crisp apple. Your bladder will thank you, and you'll rest more peacefully. Number 2, banana. Our second evening-friendly fruit might surprise you, the humble banana. Many older adults already enjoy bananas for breakfast, but they can also be a smart choice at night, if eaten in moderation. Here's why. Bananas are rich in potassium and magnesium, two minerals that play a vital role in balancing fluids and relaxing muscles. Potassium helps your body manage sodium levels, which can reduce the amount of water your body holds on to. For people who deal with swelling in their legs during the day, this balance is especially helpful because it may prevent that fluid from shifting back into the bladder at night. Magnesium, meanwhile, supports healthy muscle function. That includes the smooth muscles of your bladder. When those muscles are less irritable, you may feel fewer sudden urges to urinate. Another bonus, bananas contain tryptophan, an amino acid that your body uses to make serotonin and melatonin, two chemicals that help regulate sleep. That means a small serving of banana might not only reduce bladder irritation, but also help you drift off more easily. But here's an important reminder. Moderation matters. Bananas are naturally sweet, and eating too much, especially overripe bananas, can raise your blood sugar levels. For evening time, half a medium banana is enough. You might enjoy it plain, sliced into some oatmeal, or paired with a spoonful of peanut butter for extra protein. So while bananas may not be the first fruit you think of for nighttime snacking, they can actually support both your sleep and your bladder when eaten wisely. Number 3, blueberries and blackberries. Finally, let's talk about berries, specifically blueberries and blackberries. These small, colorful fruits are well known for their powerful health benefits, and they can also be a smart choice in the evening if you're trying to reduce nighttime urination. Berries are packed with antioxidants, especially a group called anthocyanins. These compounds help fight inflammation in the body. Why does this matter? Because inflammation in the urinary tract or bladder can make symptoms of urgency and frequency worse. By calming that inflammation, berries may help your bladder stay more comfortable through the night. Another advantage is that berries are relatively low in acid compared to citrus fruits. That means they are less likely to irritate the bladder. They also have a lower water content compared to fruits like watermelon, so they hydrate gently without overloading your system. Blueberries in particular have been studied for their role in urinary tract health. While most research focuses on cranberries for preventing infections, blueberries share many of the same protective compounds. This makes them a friendly option for older adults who want to support bladder and kidney health naturally. When it comes to portion size, remember that a little goes a long way. A small handful, about half a cup, is enough for an evening snack. You can eat them fresh, sprinkle them over some plain yogurt, or even freeze them for a refreshing treat. So if you're looking for something sweet, colorful, and gentle on the bladder, berries like blueberries and blackberries are an excellent choice. They'll satisfy your sweet tooth while still protecting your sleep. So far, we've talked about 3 fruits that are gentle on your bladder and safe to enjoy in the evening: apples, bananas, and certain berries. But as with most things in life, there are two sides to the story. While some fruits can help, others can quietly make your nighttime trips to the bathroom much worse. It's important to remember that these problem fruits aren't unhealthy in general. In fact, they are packed with vitamins, minerals, and hydration. But the timing matters. Eating them in the morning or afternoon is usually fine, even beneficial. Eating them in the evening, however, can overload your bladder, irritate its lining, or simply cause too much fluid to build up overnight. Let's take a closer look at three common fruits you may want to avoid before bedtime if you're struggling with nocturia. Number one, citrus fruits, oranges, grapefruits, lemons. Let's begin with citrus fruits, like oranges, grapefruits, and lemons. These fruits are famous for their vitamin C and they're often recommended to boost immunity. But when it comes to bladder health at night, citrus can be a real troublemaker. The problem is acidity. Citrus fruits are naturally high in citric acid. For many people, that acid doesn't just create a sour taste. It also irritates the lining of the bladder. An irritated bladder becomes more sensitive, which means it sends stronger and more frequent signals to your brain that it's time to urinate. Even if your bladder isn't completely full, the irritation can trick your body into thinking it needs to empty right away. Another issue is timing. Many older adults enjoy a glass of orange juice after dinner, or even in the evening as a healthy treat. Unfortunately, this habit almost guarantees one or two extra bathroom trips before morning. And if you have acid reflux, citrus at night can worsen heartburn, which further disrupts your sleep. Does this mean you should never eat citrus? Absolutely not. Citrus fruits are still incredibly healthy and can be part of a balanced diet. The key is to enjoy them earlier in the day, perhaps at breakfast or as a midday snack, when their refreshing acidity can energize you without disturbing your sleep. So if you love your oranges and grapefruits, keep them in your diet, but try to avoid them in the evening. Your bladder will thank you, and you'll notice a calmer, more restful night. Number two, watermelon and other high-water fruits. Next on the list is watermelon, along with other fruits that contain a very high percentage of water, such as cantaloupe and honeydew melon. These fruits are delicious, refreshing, and perfect for hot summer days. But in the evening, they can be one of the biggest culprits behind frequent nighttime urination. The reason is simple: too much fluid. Watermelon, for example, is about 90% water. Eating a few large slices in the evening is almost the same as drinking a full glass or two of water right before bed. And we all know what happens when the bladder fills up quickly. It wakes you up, often more than once. This effect can be even more troublesome for older adults. As we age, the bladder tends to lose some of its capacity, meaning it can't hold as much as it used to. Combine that with a big serving of watermelon at night, and you'll almost certainly be heading to the bathroom before morning. Again, this doesn't mean watermelon is bad for you. In fact, it's packed with vitamins A and C, antioxidants like lycopene, and plenty of hydration. The trick is timing. If you love watermelon, enjoy it at lunch or as a refreshing afternoon snack when your body has more time to process the fluids. A simple tip: if you tend to snack on fruit after dinner, swap watermelon for an apple or a handful of berries. That way you still get something sweet, but without flooding your bladder. So remember, watermelon is wonderful, but save it for daytime, not bedtime. Number three, pineapple and sweet fruit juices. The third fruit to watch out for in the evening is pineapple, along with sweet fruit juices in general. Pineapple is a tropical favorite known for its bright flavor and high vitamin C content. But like citrus, it comes with a high acid load. That acidity can irritate the bladder and make you feel the urge to urinate more frequently. There's another factor here too: sugar. Pineapple is naturally sweet, and fruit juices, even 100% natural ones, often concentrate that sugar even further. When you consume sugary fruits or juices late in the evening, your body has to work harder to process them. The result is often increased urine production, which fills the bladder faster and interrupts your rest. Fruit juice is especially problematic because it delivers both sugar and water in a very quick dose. A single glass of pineapple juice, orange juice, or apple juice at night can act almost like a mild diuretic. For someone already dealing with nocturia, that's the last thing you want. Now, this doesn't mean you can never enjoy pineapple or juice. They can still be part of a balanced diet when consumed at the right time. Pineapple, for example, contains bromelain, an enzyme with anti-inflammatory properties. But if you're concerned about nighttime urination, it's best to keep these foods earlier in the day. If you crave something sweet in the evening, try half a banana or a handful of blueberries instead. They'll satisfy your taste buds without putting extra stress on your bladder. So while pineapple and fruit juices may be delicious, they're simply not nighttime friendly. Now that we've learned which fruits can help and which ones can make things worse, you may be wondering, what else can I actually do to reduce those nightly bathroom trips? Let's turn to some practical advice from doctors and medical experts. Medical professionals emphasize that managing nocturia often doesn't start with medication. It starts with small lifestyle adjustments. According to the Cleveland Clinic, one of the simplest and most effective steps is to limit fluid intake in the 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. This doesn't mean you should dehydrate yourself, but rather shift most of your drinking to earlier in the day. Doing so gives your body time to process fluids before you go to sleep, reducing the need to wake up. Another tip highlighted by the Mayo Clinic is to avoid bladder irritants in the evening, especially caffeine and alcohol. Both substances act as diuretics, which means they make your kidneys produce more urine. Even a cup of tea, coffee, or a glass of wine in the evening can trigger extra bathroom visits during the night. Diet also plays a role. Research published in the journal Urology suggests that reducing salt intake may significantly improve nighttime urination. High sodium levels cause the body to retain more fluid during the day, which then shifts and fills the bladder once you lie down at night. Cutting back on processed foods and salty snacks can therefore make a real difference. Experts at the National Institute on Aging, NIA, also recommend a simple physical strategy: elevating your legs in the late afternoon or early evening. By propping your feet on a pillow or reclining chair for 15 to 20 minutes, you encourage excess fluid to leave your legs and enter your circulation earlier, so your body can eliminate it before bedtime, not in the middle of the night. Finally, remember the golden rule of healthy sleep. Keep a consistent bedtime routine. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your body's natural rhythms. When combined with smart fruit choices and these medical tips, you can often see meaningful improvements in both bladder comfort and sleep quality without adding new medications. As we wrap up today's video, I hope you've discovered some simple but powerful ways to take better care of your bladder and enjoy more restful nights. Remember, choosing the right fruits in the evening, avoiding the ones that irritate your bladder, and following a few practical lifestyle tips can make a real difference. Better sleep doesn't just mean fewer trips to the bathroom. It also means more energy, a clearer mind, and more precious moments to spend with the people you love. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, Senior Health Master 247. We'll continue sharing easy-to-follow, science-based health tips designed especially for older adults who want to stay strong, active, and independent. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Your health is your greatest treasure. Take care of it, and it will reward you with more days filled with laughter, love, and the simple joys of life. From all of us here, we wish you restful nights, vibrant mornings, and many beautiful moments ahead with your family and friends. Stay well, and we'll see you in the next video.